Biom eba time with tap send. Ewo HRTV so dwada dwuma bia sana ya hyehye enyuma pa ne ye de bra mo ne afede twetwe nkomo ne ye bobo ho ne adwendwe ho no. Sabre ye be dissect bisect na afede ye wi a ya dilate bibia. Na ne ai saturated bi na ya dilate so aka ho. Na afede ye ya pa asem ne pomasi bre. Be de bia wo ho bia nchia kese pa e na me de bawo. Se wo Ghana, se wo Abuchi Bemu, se ye Europe, se ye Asia, se ye America, and now say baby bia wo bia wo honchia kese na mede ma wo. Na sa wo adwuma na sa wo tie so ye ka kire se da wase yakopon koso a e ka wo no mo ho bai na akoso tie ye Jordan nwuma bia sana adwuma die no esitie no na wo fie in the comfort of your homes and wajija dem so dia ene da se na kese so pass them out na wo drive na so nam kwan so na se wo tie ye so dia ya ma se mo eni tie koso tie HITV the koso hwe HITV e wa ya na dwumedi a ya to the time with tap said ene de bramo ende nwumre ende nwumre de be fanta brutal e be very very amazing Senator James Ghana e kan no into no we're going to be looking more into IT. Back in the days, the most popular sought after jobs were nursing. Obia de ne baba kruma was nursing. Say no, IT na be the new songa obia air too. I be the new dance obia sa, and I be the new food obia AD. Until we're gonna find out the power of IT and also artificial intelligence, the details of it, and then how things can even erupt. Yeah, guest in the back send there no or no Oyobia he was actually enrolled in pre-med and that's a medical school to go ahead and pursue a medical degree and jai at IT from the bachelor's from the master's all the way to the PhD into the sabre no in the permanent my friend on after there the hobia no yeah they ashisha so but answer the back for a quick commercial break no na be show you so no na after they introduce director David and then the pamfo na after they obi obi there no me saso aka mo biom se aboafa so ya sene aye di djumede e bra mo and then feel good services say ba adwene mu apomodem anasa adwene mu nimdia anasa adwene mu yare bia from anasa promotion akwan e wo feel good services at gmail.com na after they only mo entwetwe komo na after they mo omo and any nkita ho na so mo amunim feel good services no ono aso so na ye in charge of feel good homes not to say ope bebia obeda mo asum adwodwo wo na afide bibia ye kama feel good homes o sim repayment obesa back no na be din komo about more details about mental health disease because there's a whole lot of mental health diseases and stuff like that. So find feel good services and make sure say your situation is well taken care of. Feel good homes also say pa apartment pa na afɛ deɛ bra na be dwodwo ho na da sɛ wo pɛ atɔ sɛ wo pɛ rent and I say open for short time as in say bi wa kɔ Ghana 1 week 2 weeks bi no feel good services number yi na afɛ deɛ na nyomo endi ngita ho kama Bisa so aka obi say happy glow GH bia ye kɔ pedicure manicure eyebrow or eyelash threading waxing just say acrylic nail design bia person bia no happy glow GH say bra omo Ghana right opposite Veggies and Grill on the man or 20 meters away from the community hospital no omo no maso the dafide ne so a trust speed the Mr. happy glow chia kwa na fide oni omo indi dwumedi enye kama Misa so aka obi say o pursuit papa ebe down ho na afide achichiro kama and na say bia you lose according to your own size now. Once you say first you say cut your coat according to your size, but when they cut your coat according to your material, the material now person down no. London Bespoke say or be bibia man kama from number here that fide so na fide unyom din kita ho say bia wo tie enti untimi ho unhwe fide no so a number no ye 0555927378 and I open WhatsApp number so a WhatsApp number na eta boy abruchi for the papi June, July, August, September, October, wedding season, event and ceremony seasons. Until suit I hold on back also. From our WhatsApp number is so 0500 na 0500 915 389. Number ni biom ye 0500 915 389. Misrao sa wo fra now the +233 no eso aka ho. Na fi do pemu e yo pemu na chese nye odimu akotene power. The NTR and then you may know I want to say you better choose Uncle Boy. Tap Send say is the fastest, reliable, and the most secured way to send money back to home. And I said back to Africa, especially Ghana. Now just say all the person send this car durability near high, security no air high. And now Miss Aswa Kamubium says I will send this car on your first transaction. Now the promo code HRE Shema will be $15 on your first transaction. Pay na pede e pa ho a desafe nti hwe na pa ho impanyefo se sankofa yenchi sanete dia me ka obiom se apomodin wo hoi eso won paso ehuhia papa anse na nipa ebetimi asori abetrasi abobo abiebe nenum aba ni nya na enu na gina apomodin papa nipa no enya nti na me kamfo Oswald Wellness Clinic amawo na so Oswald Wellness LLC amawo ewo Cincinnati and I say Fairfield high abuchi mem high anti we offer for them say and I say we busuani bia or Cincinnati Fairfield Mr. From na ka say on pe us we check kwa 513-268-2740 and kwan wakra Fairfield there I say Cincinnati Ghana crime for crane popular ewo friend say Accra na che say ho na akoye first I say KJT ano no Fairfield no I say Bokola no Fairfield obi anim honom. It's a very, very popular place at OBNM. Now, IV hydration, primary care, and also weight management. Or Oswald Waters. Madam, I see you for quick commercial break about you. And I say, try home abasis ya buy ya na fedie ya new director David Jane Edikobo. Madam, I say.
Hello. You're from a Calibos, the Willie boss. Oh, wait, what is New York for more, America for more. Tap in tea, may cheer yourself and then in my bedroom, New York City, say, sometime. Some more money here. Your most reliable, fast, secured money transfer app. Tap Send. About New York City. Ne san say ye near 3 years ye muntino. Ya pesi a boy customers phone now. Ni say hunti. Tap Send. The new feature be a beka ho. Be boa na bon ho ban. A protect so. Na so wo send ni sika. Ye hu nipa wo send ni. Inti ano no obeko app na so. No upload o passport. Ana say o driver's license. Ana say o resident permit card. Who upload here? Yes, Ramo. No say twa selfie ka crazy. Aka ho. Na so twa wi a ebe boa ma tap send. Be hu nipa ko a o send sika every wo account ni mu e wo tap send app no so. Boa yen ni emboa wo. Tap send. It's secure, it's fast, and it's convenient everywhere. Baby.
The search is over. Are you ready for 29th July? African Most Beautiful USA. Who wears the crown?
The night is gonna be live on 2000 Howell Drive by Myra, New Jersey, 08065. And Busa 23. Yes, it's over. The search is over. And the ladies are ready. Apparently, we are anticipating the maiden event. Who wears the crown for African Most Beautiful USA 2023? Date, Saturday, July 29th, 2023. Venue was Claridge Hotel, Atlantic City. NJ08401. Cameras, lights, and action.
African Most Beautiful USA.
Red carpet on the night is gonna be a dynasty. Artists on the bill.
Kelvin Boy, Obrafo, Dada KD, Natty Borax, FBS,
Janie, Cultural Troop, and Kora Obidi. What are you waiting for? Grab your tickets now.
Get your tickets from www.eventbrite.com.
The most anticipated night for an African girl living in the States? Who wears the crown? Ambusa, African Most Beautiful USA.
You are the one.
Yankutuna nasio nyameno no. Yanana sia wa maya tamfo te shoko. Hey, dia wa ne dia no no. Wayama na yamenwanwa. Hey, wayama na timwa. Atamfo te shoko. Ghana for me the unbreakable joy is blessing. Oh, share HRETV. Koswana she. Now be inshira unbreakable. Keep it locked.
Check the statistics. What from beaucoup d'État on my big six. We remove all the girls, logistics. You want here top speed, Olympics. Yo, what up, people? It's your boy Natalie, and I'm watching HRETV, man. Keep it locked. Badman operator.
Hello, guys. It's your girl Pamela Odame Watara, and I just want to recommend HRETV for you guys for all your latest interviews. Just stay tuned at HRETV. I love you guys. Mwah.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching me live on HRE TV. HR, His Royal Majesty. Oh my goodness, I love the name of this TV. HRE TV. Oh my goodness. Just catch us live on YouTube. Just go there, HRE TV, and click subscribe, and then get update on everything that they put there, and then watch them also live on Facebook. When you hear the name HRTV, you are talking about television that comes from the heart. Oh, HRTV. Oh, good morning, children. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, R, E, H, R, E, H, R, E, TV. Go and watch HRE TV. Bye bye. H, R, H,
Yankutuna nasio nyame.
I was at war, your friend Calibos, the only boss with what is. Do you know about TapTapSend? Unima Metro. TapTapSend is one of the easiest, convenient, reliable money transfer app you can get. You can download TapTapSend on Google Play Store or App Store. We download it and then you register. Register and you are good to go to send money across every place, many countries in the world. TapTapSend. I wouldn't like that. I was at war, your friend Calibos, the only boss with what is. Do you know about TapTapSend? Unima Metro. TapTapSend is one of the easiest, convenient, reliable money transfer app you can get. You can download TapTapSend on Google Play Store or App Store. We download it and then you register. Register and you are good to go to send money across every place, many countries in the world. TapTapSend. I wouldn't like that.
Alright, Busha for Yadabase, say, Munya Butcher, number 10, Abra, you're quite a quick break the buy, you know. It's also a couple of people say, I can't want my Pepe, not for the African, most beautiful USA. Yeah, they are Ashisha so New Jersey, Atlantic City, Pepe, Hodabani, yeah, they so July 29th. Yeah, we are now for the TapTapSend Ghana Music Awards USA. TapTapSend Ghana Music Awards USA. 2 months from today, 26th of August, it happening live in Columbus, Ohio. Mr. Onyampe will take it up for these two events now. Got a couple of tickets, and yes, Sadia, a pound this afe. Younger Director David Nafidi, you got see update at our home TapTapSend. You are Nafidi need Dr. Eric Pope Aka. Dr. David Apome.
Good evening, PK.
Good evening.
But you're too dark or Hannah. I mean, we working to but if you can see me.
Oh, that crapper, a new model, a new style.
Yeah, I see a new model. It was thanks so much for coming. Obviously, Dr. Eric Pope, thank you so much. I see your quote unquote name is Ghana Bill Gates. Keen and excited to hear more from you. Thank you so much for joining. PK, latest with TapTapSend. Pacho weekend, I had a chance to go meet our TapTap family in Canada. Now you can call for how many big shout outs to Ransford. For Canada, thank you so much for having us. We had a community event in the park. We got a chance to meet some of you. We gave away T-shirts, so that was a good way to actually connect with the community. On the TapTap front, what is the latest as far as like product activity? Today I don't have much. Outside of rates has been consistent, except for I'll say yesterday or the day before yesterday. We fell short a bit, but outside the rates continue to be healthy. We see that in the production, we see that in the efforts. Everything's pretty consistent. And Minim said, some of you guys also had I want to jump on it before we get to the Q&A session. Some of you guys had some pending issues this weekend, which we are well aware of it. Our entire team, everybody on the call, even people who are not on the call, are aware of it. We're working actively on it. We have people at Morgan, as you see, the NTAC and other local partners. And if you experience some latency issues, and there's some pending issues, we deeply apologize, but we are actively working on it. I'm not saying that blatantly. We have people physically on the ground trying to resolve that issue. Indeed, not to be long-winded, PK, I'll let you get back. It looks like I'm excited to hear more about AI because there are a lot of question marks, a lot of uncertainties, a lot of impact that we don't know could be happening, will happen, or may have happened. So I'm happy to hear Dr. Eric Pope speak. Right back to you, PK.
All right, Director. Yeah, that's Busia for Startup Cent Director for Launcher and Growth. For Startup Cent Ghana Growth, Launcher and Tenant Kano. Director David Ajayi. Sabre, what my update of Startup Cent? Young Corny and good CA and I Dr. Eric Pope Aka and Cotrition Cobon. Now, before he comes, this is somebody. He has really spread his tentacles along all media platforms, from the Kofi TVs to Angel to all the, one of the the biggest places that you can think of. We even had him on HITV before. Actually, we ran a series with him about 3-4 years back. If I'm actually 4 or 5 years back, ran a series of IT and conversations with him from 5G networks, whatever you can think of. He's also an entrepreneur who has different platforms that we're creating, including dating websites, and also an app that kind of works hand in hand, kind of like better than the Zills and the Cash Apps that you can think of. So he's gonna come talk to us and let us know why we should venture into IT and stuff like that. Very great guy. But before we even call him to invite him, first of all, on behalf of HITV and Startup Cent, biggest condolences to him. He just did his dad's funeral this past Saturday, which is 2 days ago. Thanks for taking and honoring our invitation and coming up to talk to us out of your busy schedule. So without much ado, let's go ahead and call upon Dr. Eric Pope Aka for coming up today. Doc, one point to say.
Now,
before we even proceed, and I'm because your condolences now on behalf of startups and HIT, share what they say, and show the Bushani. Now, Director would like to know, say, Ghana Bill Gates as a children,
say Ghana Bill Gates, well, Nipa. Kofi Adoma. There were Niema he found it very challenging about IT. Niema they call different places. Ebikura was also at the device numbi by Hanum, computers numbi. So the Chinyana or the Begu and so don't worry. May be one a name Amana Oko Swa na ya build the being so at the account, including servers, other infrastructures and things like that. To me, a build actual brand new computers, no be any servers, some other stuff at the account. To me, by Ghana, meneno edin common, as a more kind say, oh, we Ghana for Bill Gates because there are so many things that for Bissau, Myanmar, Bissau, from government, individual people, and in the IT industry. I don't know how you do it, but TPK, that was the evolution of that name, and I think it's not bad. It actually puts me on my toes to do more and what do you call it?
To live up to the name.
Yes. And it's, I think so far, no, I'm trying my best.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Maybe for directors, I'll tell you one more explanation, and I think that goes for everybody, just in case anybody is wondering about how the name, came about. All right, Doc, Sabrina, let's dive deep into what we hear. Let's say why we're here today.
Right.
You got the power of IT. I want us to take it to two folds, okay? So one, the first tangent we're going to look at it and say, how powerful is IT? Okay? And actually, the first tangent is going to be, say, why is everybody doing IT now? Bibia IT, Obia venture into IT. We are not for the what my how powerful IT is, and that should answer the question why everybody's venturing into IT. And the things that IT can do for us, and also the thing that IT can do against us. Then we segue into the artificial intelligence. Now, before we start, come tell me a little bit background about yourself. 30 seconds, and after that, you just go into the questions.
All right, PK Midasi. So a little bit background. My career in actually you said some of it. I wanted to be a cardiologist because of Nami Papa or Akuma problem most of the time. And your backroom, we went through the healthcare process, went through pre-med and took some courses with the aim, say, your MD, medical doctor. But don't know me, in the healthcare profession, if you have a family member very close to you, now if you say surgery and as a phone, they restrict you a little bit. And we dived into IT. We moved into IT, and it was a very quick process. Graduated 2.5 years in college and did masters 1 year and did PhD within 2.5 to 3 years. I just knocked it down. And IT Niemano, I would say, Yemubino is something that we just think about it and we start implementing. I don't know how that works, but PK, that's the angle I'll start from. So the background is in IT. Had opportunity to work with some of the big companies that we can think of, from Google to Capital One to Bloomberg to Deloitte to other companies in the US. And we got to a point we realized it would be good for us to also have our own, right? And yet there has to be a point where you also have to be able to utilize our skill set now the year at the building infrastructure or technology one fast now also what to me as standing alone. So my background is into that, and of course doing business part of it becomes the entrepreneurship part of it, so that we will be able to incorporate what you learn, the skill set and everything, and then you evolve or start building or having a business alongside with it. So far it has been good. The IT business has been good. I think, but the time you were in New Jersey, then we started with this business stuff. So it's been a while, over 7-8 years, doing business as a standalone entity. Yeah,
that's it. So let's go into the question though. Why is everybody diving into IT? Is it gonna be the influx like we had back in nursing, and nursing there. Of course, I said there's always the need for nurses, so demanding is always going to be high. But with IT, is it going to have a choke? And now say, since it's the new face, actually, everybody will need to move to that angle. Can you tell us why everybody just dive into? Is it say pay no at debt into na obi amoko e motutu obi ade ko ho ana? Boyemu. I think we want to know what is going on.
So one thing about IT is like food, right? Yeah, the two format, and when you person optimization, yeah, the two form na will be etiase. IT is everyday life. Internet media diane exam, right? That's sorry I bedi ye benum INEMA. Over IT numwa, whether say obey business, whether say small scale business, mid size or big, large scale business, whether say obey school, whether say obey BA school, whether say obey go into healthcare, whether say if I give you about 10 different areas in this market or in this career life, you need IT, you need technology to do things. It's no reason why Ankrofo and Nipa are having interest in and diving in is because there's more opportunities. IT is the area it's very easy to get in and very competitive to stay in. What I mean by that is it's easy to sit. You don't need any license. Maybe you know how to write an application. You build a software. You build an infrastructure or a server or something, and then you don't necessarily need to have a license like healthcare and some more practices. So you can be at your own pace as long as you dedicate yourself and have the time. You can do it, right? And then it becomes competitive because when you are in it, you have to each and every time upgrade yourself. You have to each and every time learn new things to build on the skill set. So I think because there are more opportunities, and then the opportunities is enormous. As life grows, the demand become more and more and more. And there is no way Obibeka say, oh, IT Niema Ebegu Wachena. I haven't seen that, and I don't foresee that happening. Because now, Cecilia Krapuna ebe more interesting. Cecilia Nukra, you on the surface, ye di agro keke. But as time continues to grow, the next generation and things is going to be more high. So the demand is there, it's interesting, it's neither Ghana. I can stay in Ghana for 6 months, 7 months, nobody will even realize I'm not in the state and do the same thing, right? And the simplicity, how competitive it becomes, and how easy it is to maneuver around. I think it boosts people's interest to get in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what guys are the one partner in the John and show? Sika 75 way. One way who the future, where the future is going, but Sika 70 to say or no.
Sika no dear, no cranny, as you proceed in the skill set, Sika no increase, right? I'm not going to be on Momo platform KCA and tell people say, who need experience, Now all of a sudden, Obia for Wajuma, now Babe make it Sika KCA, right? Because businessman Biano says, see a PK, hire me say, me may Juma Mawa. Insurance in this money in out the Cambo more. You are paying about 20% to 25% of my base salary for benefits, right? It all applies. But the good thing is that IT is the only area initial school baby. As long as you have the skill set and you can build on it, with the experience, obedience can be great. But initial part of the whole process, I was saying you kind of create a microphone and this could be 6 months, 4 months courses now. Not much trouble because you make 7 figures, 6 figures, 200 and something thousand. It comes with experience. And yes, someone will pick you up, someone will give you the opportunity to work, and then pay you. But as you are as a relative, who are the skills kakra? Is here PK, Ababe project manager, of you are AWS kakra, of you are who find fast configure server. Now, when PK move from company A and go to company B, company A Emma ABR 70,000. Now company B is going to see PK as very competitive because I'm afraid PK for service or management or this area who are building a whole kakra skills kakra. So now they are going to bump PK to ABR 120. And to be quite say PK and 120, I'm throwing these numbers here for example. So it was overnight. It wasn't overnight. There was some experience built in. Initially, at the end of the day, Sikano want to help you. The comfortability is in, but you are not going to make that crazy amount for training programs because we have been in this industry for a while. It doesn't run like that. But after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you see that there's an upgrade in your benefit and things like that.
Pope, we'll make some comments because we've been in this industry for a while. And yes, I know you've been in there for a while myself personally. Himself you've been in there for a while. But a lot of people are also complaining about the insecurity, the job insecurity in IT. In the yetime file or the next day, it's like a mainly contract basis. And you fire and you hire. Didn't na more fan crop we must say you made the account after be a contract and I maybe a good man ya fa fa pa na video contract so cry no more you with the pope and now yes sir. I don't know.
Okay, so let me be honest with you. Until you create your own business, until you control your own time, anybody can kick your ass anyway. Obi bet me you will be at any time, right? See, my mama example. Recently, Facebook for close to about 5,000. One of their guys happened to be a friend of mine on LinkedIn. Now I hear Juma on Facebook for 11 years. He was impacted with this. Right? So one thing is, if you want CEO be any hobby, founder be any hobby. So if you have some skill set, build the skill set, get experience from other places, companies, and then build your own. That is my advice, because a Juma be anywhere, a bit me a medical doctor, a bit me a fire nurse, nurse board of nursing, all these areas, so they can even revoke your license. When they do that, to me, you might be it is saying it's not, I don't think it's intentional. One, the economic impact, which this particular year, and very favorable. A whole lot of companies have been impacted. That is one. COVID time should be creating some stuff. But we is near a year about, you don't have control no everywhere. Nipano skill set is one thing. Mama, one example. Some people go through training, 4 months, 6 months training, great. And then, training end up building a resume that looks like almost the 8 years, 10 years in the industry. Then they help them with interviews. No, my baby, right? But then don't forget, when you are going to any company with 8 years experience, you are a senior person. So much is expected from you. And you have 2 weeks training. And you have training for Busumi. So what happens is the company look at your delivery. Also what 8 years, 10 years experience in ABR security. But you don't see any productivity coming out from way. And they terminate the contract. So sometimes, apart from Niema control, send the information I did Google your resume, no so I did sell it can impact us, because the more you sell, the more responsibility people need you to accomplish. And if you don't deliver to that, these companies are not joking. They are not here to babysit us. So, PK, you know what you're doing, and someone bring you on board, and then you are delivering. They will keep you as long as, because the more they keep you, the more they make money, right? So, because you can do it. But then if it doesn't match what you have on your resume now, then you realize that different conversation will happen. And
but a different conversation happened though, because this guy has been at Facebook. This guy who happens to be your friend has been at Facebook for 11 years. Apparently, 11 years. He was one of the few members that came, because Facebook has been around since 2008, 2009. So 15 years job, and I said 14 years job. No be a man with you for the past 11 years, and you let the person go. I understand economic hardship, any state, whatever is going on, there can be an impact. But don't you think that is your community? That is your go-to guy. You don't let your go-to guy go like that. So,
right.
And it's not just Facebook. A lot of this IT, Amazon, like even a lot of them just got hit left, right, center. And as I'm speaking, those little companies, the small businesses, are mere subcontractors, also let people go left, right, center.
Yep.
In as much as we want to advise and educate people to indulge into IT, and be that, how can they have the sustainability like you? Our year almost 9 years, How can they have that sustainability?
So the thing is this, with regards to letting someone go for a long period of time, aside maybe economic Nema. People also want to have a new change of environment, right? As a matter of fact, this guy I'm talking about, no, when they let him go, I think before Semi called Ghana for a year in Ghana, I saw his status updated. He got another job. Previously at Facebook, he was one of the senior operation managers. Now he is a VP for infrastructure with another company, right? So sometimes letting go people like to take, they don't really have, because it's a job, it comes and goes at the end of the day. Now, with regards to subcontracting, I didn't say, if the main source of the revenue trend, is being locked down, all subcontractors will have to leave. And if you are a contractor for a company, there are greater percentages that BBC now more penkrofo you or more contractors are affected first.
Okay.
And it's that's what I'm saying, that if you have the skills, then take your time, and then when you get any of these opportunities, great, build on it. But if you are like me, for me, personally, because I don't think I can work for someone for the rest of my life, right? Because I ask myself these questions. Nema who company who they are successful. I'm using this brain to help you build it. So why can't I build it myself? And then get people involved, and then we build a company. And it's good you learn a skill set, but if you are someone who have entrepreneurship skill set or who wants to stand alone, unya skill set no free baby to some point, then branch off, be as independent. Of course, it's not going to be easy to have income be a salary be and to sustain. But guess what? Whatever you are doing, if you push on it, you are going to get it. Because here, Apple CEO used to work with Bill Gates, and I'm a boy. He worked for him for some time and realized, you know what? Whatever we are building on these devices, I'm contributing to it. Can I build some? Yep. So why don't I start something? Right? All these entrepreneurs used to work for some people, but when they get to a point and realize that enough is enough. I can also build something, invest something, let this go. The reason why Ghana for Africa in general, because me free Ghana and I can speak to Ghana. Ghana for some of us don't like to take risk. We are very, very, very low risk takers, and your tolerance for risk, our form. I understand, because but Abrabona a woman, we are seeing a woman. If you don't take risks, you can't get anywhere. All these people, you see them owning businesses, Elon Musk and all those guys, they took risks. Some of this money you see them using for their business, they are all loans. Most of them are loans, and they are paying towards it. So when taking risk, the most difficult part of life is staying within your comfort zone. And I'm saying that again. The most difficult part of life is being comfortable and staying within your comfort zone. And your risks now will take in the but if you become so comfortable, that is a very dangerous area, because you are not exploring what you can do, and then you are not going to grow. And okay, the truth being told, but it is how it is.
But that's it. The viewers and the listeners have a lot of questions for you. So I'm not going to steal their questions from them, and I should still attend them. But I want to ask you one question before we go to why IT. Why IT? And I said, the nature, and I said the power of technology. The question, and they say, you say, being a Juma, not say, Ocean skill set, now, Uncle be an idea. Any bit be idea. Who say, son, I was all Kazaka say, well, they say, right now, you do your own standoff, right? So, if you are friend, me, what producer director than a lord, you embrace me, no be Juma. Not 3 months, yes, you be if you need Janaja, whatever there. Yes, you are quite here. Say contractor when you go and fall down or acquainted to the
Of course, the reality of life is this, right? Life gives you something and it takes it back. if we understand those nature
Principles
principles
now.
now, it makes it easy. Look, you can bring the smartest guy. The Google hired a 15-year-old boy, I think in 2014, thereabout, paid him millions of dollars to help Google build some of this AI stuff that they have, right? The guy worked there for about 2.5 years and left, and left to IBM, right? So, hey, it's what it is, giving you $1 million, unya 18 years, right, and all those things, but he left. That's how it is. So, me, if PK is on board with me, and then tomorrow PK leaves, it's fine with me, because don't forget the contract PK signed with me, I also wrote it in that, look, I can let you go at any moment, at any time I want. So it's a deal, done deal. We are all facing it. So
Okay.
it's
Doc,
it's a little bit difficult talking about it, but hey,
you're going into
it's what it is.
the nitty gritty now. Why IT? Why IT? And how? What is the future of IT? Where is it going? Now you are your segue into the artificial intelligence. Why IT?
Right, because IT is the area in life. It brings it. Let me say it this way. Back it up before I say some of them the benefit. BBB around us, IT is involved. My mama, for example, is here. Say if I say for whatever reason, untumi kura sorry, and concotane or TV on. Those are some of the basic things. You can use all these voice control devices that we have. Alexa, you say, mommy. Alexa, you say, mommy. Right? Some people are sitting down building all these things. We are on free world. Look at how easy IT has made it for a country like Ghana to employ more people, right? Through IT, of course, when Google had opportunity to purchase YouTube from, another third party made YouTube where it is right now. We have so many people in Ghana who are bloggers, content creators. They are making good living through that, and it's through IT. Secondly, me know who are different place. Me mention Virginia Hano. Zoom is making it easier for us to. It's through IT. It's here no class. You need to get the better boss revolution. Na say per se the free bushafua. Na so mo phone WhatsApp was what. It's through IT. So IT is everything that. And I said you cry in medical doctors. All this because of what doctor for checkup. That's a BBA go on someone. They just take a picture of it and then post it in either their doctor's channel or their doctor's app and all those things. Guess what? Some of this app can even analyze the image and know say it looks like something maybe a BBC Yari will say so. Research into it and try to people.
Very good.
Everything about.
Very good. You've made a very valid point. Somebody made mention of the same thing. With that being said, where's the future of medical doctors? Because if you to be track picture, because I did be big chairman, doctor be the same thing Sunday yao. Say it's at a point whereby they can even put something in the software. Software they will just tell them exactly what is going on. BBI said the same. So if that is the case, we don't need people to go to school for 12 years to become a medical doctor. Then they can just be familiarized with the system, no. And Uber Hospital, the man who try picture, I know their shape, but the shape now can say when you're measures, going to go into broyare, edro, going to go into brodro, no, coffee, and no. Is if that is the case, IT is kicking everybody out of the place.
No, IT is not kicking anybody out of the place.
That's the same thing the doctor said. You still need a human touch. You still need a human interface.
Yes, because at the end of the day, if you are using your own example, into Brogu for drone, I also be steady with reaction towards a drone, right? And then I will say, back, who will be now, okay. Of course, I didn't know hobby, but guess what? Drone has generated another side effect. And then this time around, app will be to me scanning because any idea will surface. But if you try to me my own and all those things. And there's still going to be the human piece of it. Think about it in this way. IT is like me changing the accelerator of your car device, right? And as a car, instead of putting the standard BMW speed process and accelerator in, I decided to put a sports car way. Of course, someone has to still drive the car, but here's the case. Now, when you step on it, Sanka Echo 50 mph. Now it's going to hit about 70 and 80 the moment you just touch on it. That's what IT does. IT says that, look, hey, PK and Eric still have to talk, right? They can still talk on the phone, but guess what? If we have something like a video, PK can see Eric and invite other people to also join, compared to say a one-on-one discussion. So I see IT as the accelerator.
IT
and then
is easier. I feel now. Odi Eric could do come on. Hey, asuma Eric catch them in here. Was saying can't tell us say. It's also for ya. Never ya money. But right now I don't know. A man easier. Yeah, in a yanko Zoom. Yet people 500,000.
Right.
Then not is a concern easier.
So it's accelerator. It makes it. On say yes surgery more craft first. On say human error. Maybe I'll move chat and I'll move making some cat be or nipan. There's a possibility say maybe any panopan in Sabe or Sokakra. And I say baby bet me see a losing attention. It's some robot will be there. IT programs it, make it easy, give all the command. No chat. That's no very, very, very into healing process, a bit quicker. But at the end of the day, there's still going to be a medical doctor to see how the whole process is. Into accelerator no sana IT.
Okay, yeah, that's it. So diving deep into it do you think sir IT abiye and a technology ababe doing for Kung Fu?
Mechanic say technology ababe is a country, right? And a comforter. Right. You need it when comforter here baby to cover yourself. But still so far you don't need that comfort. Right? You need the accelerator to move, but sometimes you don't want to go that much speed. With the example I made previously. And I agree with you on the extent say. Now I don't hear to me near my baby. But then ababe Kung Fu also from the angle say and then Crawford be more air abuse things. See how crowd will be doing command now. Because who name ABR you can stand behind the scene, or automatic app a recorded conversation. Into ABR some crowd can I bonnet or channel the at all. Be now Kutian and I so right? Ababe don't Kung Fu on the angle say Obitin need dime I been hotel. Now we show hotel or be okay. No they some camera device be a zoom ya to me na be crowd who kakra. Now what the babe do stika. But I say want to away mammy as long as they find your identity. Want to away mammy and not just our babe and some baby. And a babe Kung Fu. Look at how some people fight on social media. And they already have not seen themselves before. Onim nipano to me he can't send the dink of water and these things are going to be there for generation to see. But when IT is making life easier. If you understand, PK bet me as a Ghana. Obey a Jumombe to any Sicasa or Tia. And yet IT, right? Secondly, no menus is here. AI no more by. Near my Bikura Unim, no. You can ask the AI. If you Crawford theatre researchers theatre more feed data into it, it becomes as intelligent as it is. Yawa Ghana, many PK share Ghana, Margaret Health event. Let PK find the phone or her camera, no. The air course to America. It's IT, right? You see whatever is going on, even though physically. It's a dumb year, but I will look at the positive side more because if humankind decide to misuse something, then it makes it bad. But if we decide to make good use of it, it's something that is going. it's changing the whole world. It's changing everything. One thing on LinkedIn. It was very interesting. Self-driving car, and yes, self-driving car, flying car. They were testing it. They are looking for license and things like that. So if PK can afford that car, can fly, and just people would think, it doesn't make sense. This is first, you're building robots, and now we're the baby. You see a robot, Amazon warehouse. The robot help pack things. They arrange things, they pick it and deliver it to the human, and the human customers are over there, right?
Yeah.
And then very soon we are going to have flying cars who will scan what to be Port New York instead of driving 6 hours. Or fly there 20 minutes, right? It's going to be there. IT is making it possible. I think, sir, we should consider the positive side and make very, very good use of it. But yes, I am misusing. Look, whatever we leave it on there is there. It's all wrong. I just say.
Doctor. Sorry. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, David.
No, so to add to PK's question, I think it's sure you're right. We have to look at the positive aspect of it, and we went to the very rudimentary level of like, I can use technology to advance my life, right? But as we both know, which I'm sure you've worked in tech for a while, as you both know, it's not the motive behind the technology that perhaps I'm concerned about. And again, I'm biased because I've worked in technology my entire career, right? But to play a bit of devil's advocate, I think the issue is less about, and correct me if I'm wrong, PK, this is what part of what you were saying. Initially, the motive was innovation, mostly Silicon Valley, right? We have a problem, we solve it, we improve it, we enhance our lives, right? Then it became, there's a solution. Let me coin it's a very specific vertical, right? Sometimes innovation is held back and CEOs' egos are driven to push the solution. I'll give you a very clean example. So we look at drones, right? Drones are being used in Africa to even irrigation requiring the spray plants, which is good for us, right? That's one aspect of it. But secondly, more importantly, how do we can look at the positive aspect of it, which is great, absolutely right. But how do we also fathom the fact that the Amazon example that you leave, Silicon Valley, you and I know very well said, is a for-profit business. Mm-hmm. Meaning said, if it can enhance, great, but if it can cut costs, even better.
Right.
Right. So cutting costs, as I think goes back to initially what Ray said, labor is going to get cut. The example you give of the person who worked at Meta, who went to another place, that's a skilled worker. I mean, that naturally, if you work at Facebook, get another job, it's not that big of a chore. But I mean, kind of about maybe our regular, let's say, middle income household, right? Maybe I work, I'm a supervisor at Amazon, right? And all of a sudden, I can use AI to document or move all like the hardware. And no matter how do we solve for that? I don't expect you to have an answer because it's a collective question for all of us. What's the answer? The question is like, how do we prepare for that? Because I think earlier today, I was reading an article. It's like you have to be elite as a skilled worker. Meaning said, whatever position you have to be perfect at it, even though your position is forever evolving, right? So I think expanding on PK's point, the question is like, how do we solve for that? I think it's a question for you and I, now. Like, how do we solve for that? Because there's a lot of utility in it, but it's going to cost a lot. Because imagine a world where we don't need flight attendants, where things could be served. That's an entire industry going away.
Right. So, Medase, Minia, for contribution, question. So the whole thing about things that we build for all these technology things, the effect and how it impacts other people, types of job and all those things, it's completely true. Yes, some people, instead of sitting down to get someone to use Excel to go in and calculating some algorithm out there can compute the things very quick for the person, not just say So then your question is, you don't really need that question. But I decide to differ. The reason why I decide to differ is that technology, each and every day, building it is one piece, maintaining it is another piece, and then letting it function what you need it to do, requires someone sitting behind. For example, you build like ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT is helping people get, their research work done, information done, and all those things, which is 100% true, right? But one thing that we have to also remember and say, for an AI to work, there has to be human behind the scene. AI is nothing but just an intelligent system which works by feeding information to it. And you know, say, your building will be to me, make it mathematically, and faster. Someone has to sit behind the scene and also do those things and feed the system. And you know, yes, someone can lose their job because now the technology is not allowing it's not allowing them to have the human nature in it. But that is the other aspect whereby you picking up another skill set, you also learning new things to upgrade yourself, put you in a better position. Because now in the olden time you only used to do it in your manual way and things like that. Now something is in whereby, hey, so I'm learning something new to be able to catch up. Because guess what? This same thing needs some form of touch from human side. This same thing needs, because Amazon, the media example, say when the robots move all those things to the post and I say merchandise area, now, there's still going to be someone out there to sort it out, to know, say, okay, this one will go this time. We are moving it to this particular area for us to be able to get that particular product out. We are going to deliver to this driver or pick it up. So yes, I agree with you, but then at the end.
Okay, Doug, to look at it from a different angle, right? I think you've rightfully explained it as much as possible that we could, but the fear of the uncertainty, it's high, and that is where people are worried about the AI. One, this on two school of thoughts, right? A typical example is the Amazon deal now, okay, So just imagine with the Amazon deal, how many people got laid off for robots to just be in a big warehouse and just package boxes and also assemble them and everything. Robots, human interface on that side is gone. There's no human being about to go do the keyway for those boxes, whether they were packed right or not. Because I guarantee you, those boxes were packed effectively than the area and more efficiently. That is one. Car assembling. Right now, we can see say 80% of car assembling is done by robots. So that becomes another aspect of it. And you made mention say you can learn a different set, but Doc, you know, behind built such a way so they can be learning multiple skill sets to add to their toolbox. Some people are just gonna be, let me use the labor word, laborers. Okay, so in the labor force, you're gonna have those that are the blue collar job guys, the white collar job guys, and even the blue collar job guys. You're gonna have those that are just labor force, like laborer. They just tell me what to do and I get it done. Manpower for them, and it's a lot of those. It's in the AI now. Is actually, again, I don't have the fear of technology taking over the world. My younger brother made a point, because he's also into IT and engineer just like you, right? He made a point of saying, a bedroom baby, and he said this like 4 years ago, me know your show. And he came on the show to make that statement whilst you were talking. Say, bedroom baby, no cry, a journey a bit or down, so I'll come down, sir. Obe Kodawa or Dania printed 3D. So basically, obi no obe ko red and say bread in here, meat in here. To computer. So now na so be call man na obabobo body na shim na printer no I printed 3D number. And as soon as he said that 2 years later, we all saw what happened with Virginia. The 3D house that was printed in Virginia. So okay. So with that being said, it comes on to the point to say Ebiom is taking away human interface, job security is being scared. Then the second school of thought is worried about say, baby crap to even make babies, you have to go through the AI process, which is kind of there already, quote unquote.
So PK, also there's this thing that I think, say, when we dive into the AI piece now, artificial intelligence did not start recently. Way back in 1950s, that's when this whole thing began, right? Yen fan niyama maako began. First, na ye su paper, na ye tu kwan me ba pike ho, ewe bia Ohio. Then I use the map, na me dinam, and sometimes I may get meet me ayira. It can take me longer. Sometimes I may not even have the accurate information. So you can say traffic woman and rerouting me or anything, right? But then don't forget that time, then there are still the intelligence system was still there. Just that technology wasn't that sophisticated, right? And it wasn't in the hands of people because in the early 1950s, no time. Now, mainframe devices, time no crack and all those things, right? So now, then people started taking all those physical content, hardware content, try to move them into something more soft copy, more application related to make life easier. It's, the intelligence piece of technology, started way back before even you and I. But then right now it's moving faster because it has gotten to a place that it's at the right time, it's at the good time, and then people are building many things overnight through that because the base or the infrastructure system has made it possible. People are going to be impacted, but ask yourself this question too. Kanena and previously na artificial intelligence system no ain't that much all over the place right now as we see, where people not still losing their job. They were. You may argue, say, yeah, maybe endorse, but guess what? They were, right? So in the field of IT, and as a responsibility, technology is making life easier. Of course, we will misuse it in one way or the other. But if you look at it, a ban or Juma say, okay, nurses will not go to work or doctors will not go to work and all those things now. Yes, it's possible it's going to happen, but it's going to happen probably in the next generation. The same way in the 50s, that's what it's going to do. So as humans, what do? I think we have to welcome the reality in life that, look, because Elon Musk went to the space, right? And some of the information that he was sharing, he was saying, over there, people are buying some of these infrastructures in their space. Why is he thinking like that? Because he foresee there's a possibility, people are going to be moving out there. So he is exploring those areas. And it's true, people are going to, that's humanity. We are always curious. We are always trying to find something. So the moment there's a breakthrough, I will encourage people, whatever you are doing, whether it being an area of specialization or anything, have some little understanding of technology in it. You don't have to be an engineer, you don't have to be a security person or whatever, but have a little bit of technology knowledge around it. Because you said it right, we are going to get to a point whereby, but we already don't know, if you don't have any knowledge around IT, we have come to this age, right? And then it's like we talking about, look, it's either you buy it or you stay hungry. That's how technology is. It's either you use the internet or you don't work from home and you drive 30 minutes, 1 hour to work if you are supposed to. But if there's an option for you to stay home and then work, why drive 2 hours, 3 hours, or 30 minutes there?
What time Nintendo? No, maybe one more question. After they may be floor na ama. After we one question, we are reading all the comments. You're reading comments. Then we're going to open the floor for people to also ask you questions. Patrick, so a question be answer. Zuma. I want you to lift your hands up, like turn on the hand emoji, raise the hands up. Now, I will call you guys in that order. Once the time is up for the questions, then we'll just ask Doc to bring his final words. Then you will go to the Startup Some Q&A. So we about to go into the Q&A for IT parts now you're dealing with. But before that, I'm going to ask you a question. Then after I read some comments from Facebook, YouTube, and also no Zoom comments as well. Doc, real quick. Do you think, sir, it's going to get to a time? Because people have this fear. Sir, these cars are starting fly. The cars will have orbits. Ever running through like planes do. So do you think, sir, could you make no car bit me too because of traffic BSC? Okay, no to the car for cars now, so straight to Flagstaff House. And I say, straight to Baby Oko. Now, Kwabla so de to call your friends a type of Burkina, Banyan, a question with him. Now, your friend says, also Tifiana and more was a season money because of the bomb have so do you think, sir, robots can get into that point? Because right now, people have seen in comfort getting married to robots, okay? And we'll be of you say, why the robot, implanted Alexa, Nema Wonimu, or buy, and then I may, and then no robots, and then I'll be also okay, cool. Now, kitchen now is made to fit what the robot can cook in the house. And Pampa baby if the robots now no do so separately. And these are do you think that this can bring some sort of psychosis? And I said maybe some because but I want to be diplomatic about it. Said that but do you think, sir, this can be very detrimental? AI can be very detrimental. And also, I mean, quote unquote, though, we all can agree to disagree. Say it has kicked a lot of people out of their jobs, and like you're looking at from the positive side, is making this very accessible. We understand it, granted, but we also have to understand the fact that it has kicked a lot of people, made a lot of people jobless. Secondly, hence that is why you have people doing IT programs for 3 months and getting resume for 9 years because of what they do and what I said. Nipa there, we may not be able to create things, but we'll be able to find a way to diffuse what you created. So, with that being said, do you think that AI could be detrimental with the way any it's going to be more of robots living the world? It's a bit about not only robots in an robots or shopping. David J. David J. to New York. Now robots in the own Manhattan downtown. Now we are shopping. We are not David are crossing the line. Now robots in their brand. Now we have got D-line mark on anti-baby. Robots in the car, uncle D-line more. Or did he pay you down on there scanning the card? No, not machine, no robot machine, one not fat, no, or no corner. Then it's like human relations, right now, human relations be more. Now, for the word is going to be changed from human relations to human/robot relations. Now, be another course at UCL college. Do you think, say, the future for this AI thing is more safer? From where you coming from, you being an ethical hacker, you being an engineer. Do you think, say, we are safe?
So, I would say safety as it is. There's when it comes to technology, right? The main emphasis before I get to the AI piece, there is no 100% safety in technology. Okay, the only time that you are safe is when you don't have your connections or your cables and your things on. As long as you are connecting to some endpoint, there is going to be some kinds of reactions going on. So safety as it is, mechanism debatable. Now, the future for AI is this. At the end of the day, the growth of AI is increasing more than it is. There is one research that some time ago I was reading where some group of researchers sat down to put some things together and they realized that, okay, it took us this much time to do this. But now, that same research work, they fed it into an intelligence system, and the intelligence system worked it out very quick. Now, let me give you another thing. Search engine, which, what do you call it? Google. Google search engine initially was built just around an algorithm, right? Our algorithm is just a group of or a set of languages and commands that you tell the system, say, hey, about 5 p.m. Alarm way and wake me up. or something, right? So Google, the search engine is built on so many algorithms, taking data from different sources, not the amai, right? So say one of the oldest AI is Google search engine, okay? Yahoo and all those guys. Now, look at where we have graduated to. Now, ChatGPT can give you more information and make it more competitive for people to even use Google to search. Now, the growth has gone so far within a short period of time. So what I'm saying is that the growth of AI is going to go more higher. It will be some question about the future of it. It's not going to stop. It's going to go to a point. The risk that I agree with you is human nature may not be, it may be more comfortable and may not be using the brain to think that much, unless those who are behind the scene building those things. Now, so that's an issue which I agree with you. But say we are not going to what do you call it? We are not going to be say, oh, I call Surana Buffet. No, but it's going to go a bit was and we are going to see so many more advanced things coming, more complicated things coming that human being is going to. And guess what? We have been adaptable yet to me and Brazilian. But at the back one, they be American say what we are in most of the time, because you say, to me, right? We pick and choose which ones we want to do. That same way with technology. Technology, no any number way by AI, way. But we have to make use of the ones that will fit our need, because at the end of the day, people are building, and if there are some virtual labs that, and you see, and because let me share this before I forget. Technology layers, the who I Facebook, Google, no, it's just the third layer. Near my actual technology world, it happens on the dark web. Okay, we have the dark web, we have the middle part of it, and we have baby Google. Near my behind the scene, right? Transactional stuff happening. People are talking about crypto, and they are more concerned. People started using crypto for transactions way back in the 80s and all those stuff on the dark web. So anybody who goes on there goes deeper into technology and dive into dark web. I bet you, near my course, people are building actual things and waiting to release them at appropriate time. So it's going to increase. So we have to embrace that, number one. And number two, we have to also come to self-realization. Say, if we are society, let's think about this. How they adapt to things were a little bit slower. Because look at how, who taught them how to put the phone in someone? Who taught Akorano how to put the phone? The phone because guess what? Who make it call Akorano Jinawa hell? And you're bedding no so they corner. So the kids coming are being groomed and prepared for the technology ahead of them. You wouldn't time because at our time, but they come and they understand it. That's why in Korano, how can a 15-year-old guy break into a data warehouse security system in Silicon Valley and tamper with your whole service and tell you, say, when you are from? How? You sit back and you start asking questions. Where do they learn these things from? Meaning that the world is building for that generation. I told Kofi Adoma before 2017, Kofi Hanum, no, Virginia. I told Kofi, said, there's going to be some time coming. Sorry, virtually. You bet you are tight virtually. Obibe order the Anyama virtually. Na baby I had that interview is still there. That time, I'm saying one of the people are not Kofi Buam, I'm a matter or something. That Kofi Adoma interview is still there. People can go and find Until 2020, Zoom by yen yanka then. One class sorry virtually. And me say COVID by yen use Zoom and the class sorry move virtually. So what I'm letting you know is things are happening behind the scene. Now computer now yen use or hardcore Facebook. We are just on the surface. Yen use here. We are not using anything. We are just at the surface. No, we are the last end of what we are doing. We also Facebook being developed, right? And then we had a history about it and stuff like that. But if the two other guys who worked with Mark Zuckerberg to build the actual engine, they built it on the dark web. And they tested it there. They knew how it was working. They made a peer-to-peer connection. And they realized, no, this thing can work. Let's push it up and see. Who sat down to understand, say, AWS, Amazon, a delivery system or a company that just deals with merchandise is now the tech giant of the whole world, right? People are doing things. And you know, it's about time we sit back and ask ourselves, are we going to tap into it, make great use of it? We a student, or research work for her, and as a mama work be, on open explanation. You use some of these AIs, it helps you with your education, you do things and you move on, right? But at the end of the day, it's going to be more ways. I promise you, Minia. It's going to be. We will revisit this conversation again.
Yes.
And I bet you'll be amazed. I don't want to say some things, but I'm telling you, say, look, COVID by Zoom was asking me, say, why? And I'm getting say, why? Obi to me, say, the next thing coming, I'm not sure if humanity can be able to. It's going to be more of technology and healthcare issue. I don't know how human nature is going to be able to adapt to it. Obi ebe tech talk 5 years ago. Now they were thinking, say, look, that's the reality. People are building things. So we have to be adaptive. But the good thing is that it's not to scare anybody. There is opportunity in it. Guess what? You know, say some of these content creators, now they can use some of this AI to help them build a good content. And then they use it, and then they are making money out of it. And in first also. But before losing their job, I get it. It's the same thing as talking about COVID. COVID by it hurt us. But guess what? Zoom's turn into $1 billion company. Amazon get more money, right? So that's the world we are living in. But I will encourage anybody to tap into IT if you can.
I think so. You made a point now. I encourage everybody to tap into IT if they can. In Penjafo say, you did admit the HEI, you better in your frau. And I grow so air than not a day sat before. Into no, you be here now for the Akatikati Nyama Bishop because the common I made the pan. I'm really enjoying it. So you could really comment the by we are not for the affair, Zoom. Obi all question will be said, "Bia man is be never the friend." Now there, you feel you call YouTuber Dr. Clifford Owusu Jemfi or say great discussion or say great discussion. I don't know if Dr. Clifford Owusu Jemfi but you call Facebook swab. You call Facebook HITV comment section on was now commenting this was AD akotene ewo pa you call first HIT Startup Send Ghana so platform so comment from there but Zoom comment no ego ho bebre we're gonna go into the Zoom comment and just make sure say you be with the amount for comment amount. But before we do that then take a quick break. If you quick break the buyer and after you be with the comment to the Zoom ama ebusia for na after your friend confirm more our bekasa. You take a quick commercial break.
Oh, hello, people. My name is Kale Boss. The only boss. I'll wait to others. Do you know that Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Send. Yes, Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama media, Texas, you drew, very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast. Oh, hello, people. My name is Kale Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what is?
I was at one, your friend Kale Boss, the only boss with what is. Do you know about Tap Send? Tap Send is one of the easiest, convenient, reliable money transfer app you can get. You can download Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store. We download it and then you register. And you are going to go to send money across every place, many countries in the world. Tap Send. Why wouldn't that? I was at one, your friend Kale Boss, the only boss with what is. Do you know about Tap Send? Tap Send is one of the easiest, convenient, reliable money transfer app you can get. You can download Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store. We download it and then you register. And you are going to go to send money across every place, many countries in the world. Tap Send. Why wouldn't that?
All right, Busia it is Sabre. What question be Emma Dr. Eric Pope do no Mr. Ma won so na fi de busa wo question no na quick na video ya no we na yeah akoye other section the segment so this time around questions and answers for Dr. Eric Pope Mr. Abena say what advice will you give? I know your comments will be radio. So what advice will you give to someone who is new in the IT field with less knowledge, feeling insecure, and want to go back to health, previous career?
Okay, PK Medase. Abena, good question, Medase. So, advice I made Bema Obiani say, before you dive into most careers, now you want to make sure that you are getting into things that you are very passionate about. Now, some people go into IT because Mate says scout, and be a catch or Mrs. Scout or Quack. IT areas can be very challenging. And in as much as people are making some money in it, at the end of the day, first and foremost, think about your passion and stuff. But advice may the Bema will be who feels insecure and want to go back to the health area and they say health area and opportunities. But IT opportunities, is based on so many things. You learning things on your own. Because healthcare, I'm not 100% expert in that area. But I believe that some of the things that people learn in the healthcare, the projection of the growth, and as it changes, and yet very rapid compared to IT. IT and something else is added on top of the Wasuyan. So my advice is Senipani are very passionate about IT area and I would advise the person to hold on, right? Whichever skill set now Wasuyan that maybe open when you MIA and I say what maybe, but it's a little bit shaky. And this year, it's not only IT field. There are some people who are in business analysts, business career areas, which I agree. But if you are very passionate about it, hold on there, and then, if possible, bibi wa which me kakradi add on and to skill set now. May I recommend this because there's a need, there's a demand for it each and every time. So don't lose hope and things that when you will definitely get a job.
All right, Doc. Maybe we did comment way. Now maybe canning your album. Not for there. You just basically summarize all the answers one by one. Martin, they do say educative programs. Anna Governor Kojo Bril, the official governor, unofficial governor of Connecticut, I say, watching you guys from coded location. Great jobs. Martin do as a bubusa question. I say, is IT making us lazy? Today, you do one man or year, and so I want to top of mine. Anna Dr. Nanaya, another impressive. Great. Oh, you know, say Dr. Pope, you guys are going to create something for long distance lovers. I say, are you guys going to create something for long distance lovers? And we're gonna get there because we're gonna get to the part that we talk about some of the things that you have created and also some of the things that you've done out of IT. You know, Anna, Nana, Asiedu Dako. I said, let's share. Me patch man share. I said, doctor is speaking. Until let's all share. That is coming from Nana Asiedu Dako. I said, doctor with some nice haircut. Yeah, I said, well. Anna, Dada a father revelator, I say he is making great points. When you know if you your Facebook comment section hold on and Eba. Mr. Munko so form comments in the brand you back and kind of mamo. Now going back to the Zoom, you know, and things that we have over there, you know. As Santua say, get into health information system, combine health and IT health informatics, and I've heard that is also another lucrative way people are making so much money. Me patcho, so what ma was aswa, go ahead and speak. If one ma was aswa, go ahead and speak, and because I'm trying to get the list, but if anybody have any question now, Mr. Unmute yourself and speak. Now I feel there. Well, the next person man is also very friendly, and yes, idea we will just have to wrap up with the show, no. But Doc, whilst we're waiting for people to raise their hand and speak, you know, Mr. Mia, your friend is saying, raise bottom reaction. Or call reaction on them now. Oh, no, Mia raise bottom now, but the one mouse. So, Doc, what are some of the things that you built for yourself concerning IT and being a developer, an engineer, and an ethical hacker? No? What are some of the things that you've done, and how is it helping the community and the society?
Sure. So, quickly, my name is Yemen, you know, I developed Top Hub.
Tell us a little bit about Top Hub.
Right. So Top Hub is a video on demand platform. The idea was that many PK a movie together. Maybe a PK any sika or debate and Eric in sika or debate. But PK and at the same time so PK will be before. But this specific movie here, me a boom. Kind of like Anka, physically, I built Top Hub in that way to be able to connect people so you watch video on demand content together. It's videos I watch and movies I watch Top Hub, it's more towards specific content, and you may not find or you will not find them on YouTube or anything. We work with content producers and maybe movie producers, and then or we buy some of the movies from them, of course, on through a contract and things like that. So Top Hub is more towards movie platform for FSO, the FA movies together with their families as well, not as individual and one of it. But to me, so it's a VOD platform that works like that. And one cool thing about it is that we have a functionality which was come back to an AI where the movie original content is in let's say language like P and as a French. Now when you want to change it, we have an AI behind the scene that works on the content, the audio piece. So you may be watching the content, but in reality, you are listening to it in your dialogue and individual language at your web platform. So that's for Top Hub. And
you'll be reading the caption or you'll be listening to it in a different language.
Yeah, you listen to it. Caption is very easy because there's so many public APIs out there.
Movie part 1, 2, 3, and 4. Not meeting or bro from Sana Pachana.
Yeah, so what happens is that the AI take the audio piece, right? And then we work with the content providers. Some of them have multiple audios of the same content. So then we take those multiple languages now content and then we feed it to the AI, and then we build something behind the scene to tell it what we movie I do be 15 minutes. But now you want to switch it to English. The AI will remember and know that you ended here, but now you want to change the language, and then you move it on. to
Oh wow,
another language, and
that's
it will play in that way,
Nti
and
na
that
bo
is
se
why.
obo so hwe na kwaku be no ka brofo.
Yeah, no, kasa, no brofum, but in reality, of course, the original content is P, but then you listening will be in English if the audio piece have that. So we have that in place as well, and it's possible.
Awesome.
Okay. All right.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh.
That's awesome. Is that embedded? Is it something that could be embedded in, let's say, a major platform like Netflix, as people get to watch next to each other?
Yes, it can, and as a matter of fact, we have some that piece. That piece. When we released some conversation came from these top guys wanted to purchase that piece and stuff like that, but we want to collaborate. So it's ongoing, and as we are speaking right now, we have over 80,000 people on the platform that are using the application and stuff like that. So and then quickly, PK, the other application.
My other two that
right. One is a dating app, Hookme. So basically, you
hold on, Nyabotre. Now, wait, no man today. It didn't hear Hookme. Dr. Pope found Hookme. I don't know dating app they did it. Because somebody asked the question, and I was gonna say, you better do this. Dr. Bacchus themselves said, do you guys have any dating site for long distance relationship? So Dr. Bacchus, Dr. Pope said, "Hey, hook me," which Dr. Bacchus is actually part of the your friend is shareholders and also the paying for or didn't she? I mean,
so yeah, hook me is mostly for dating, and during COVID time, I realized that will be running and building some form of relationship, so companionship and all those things. So Hookme helps. One thing about Hookme is that we have levels, and there's a private level whereby you can virtually see the person, and you both can be communicating, and like mumi and things like that. That functionality no munyina ewoma nkofo AUC Hookme app. And then the last piece that I will talk about here, Lollycash. Lollycash here, artificial intelligence system. So I asked myself this question. Say, Debia yako Ghana, nasa ye ba, yemu bebre see this way bottom. Now, if Ghana could do, if US and I say UK and Babibia yawo, could do Ghana, na yawo a dollar, yawo a pound, nomne euros, nomne sa currencies now. It's very easy for us to use it in that particular environment. But ye momno di yesika no bedru ebia ye obe 1,000 cedis, 2,000 cedis ye bedru amanone ha. Eye den say betumi esu ye cedis no. Je dey ni nama costs sometimes crebe this obey. So Lollycash is a pure artificial intelligence system. So what it does is it's a pure wallet system. So if you want to send money to someone, Nasa Nipano member say Ufri Ghana, Eba, Wodru, Canada. Now we will see this view of wallet no more, Lollycash wallet. Now Wodru African store, na Nipano, it may receive Lollycash. And I said Nipano or bank account or person who send this a common manner. Who see this snake it out? You send it, the AI understands that who I was sending is a cities recipient and recipient Canada, on the will be Canadian dollars. Now, everything converted in real time. Not so it's a purely built AI platform.
So it's more or less like Zelle, the Cash App on steroids.
Right, and then it fusion things that Zelle, Cash App, those guys they are not doing internationally. And at the amount Lollycash here difference, it works now. We are licensed in everywhere in the US, so it works locally. We can use Lollycash for your event ticket. Who your event be a PK send your African most beautiful Kente dinner dance mobile. People want to make a purchase of their ticket.
Startups and Ghana Music Awards USA.
Right. You can use Lollycash because it works domestically. Send your Cash App, money, Zelle, more working domestically, and then it also work internationally. So as of now, we are in Europe and some parts of the
It's about
African countries.
quick way where I'm saying it's more modisika SN Zell and the cash up a quarter ticket. No, Dr. Pope said, when you should lolly cash, the Mufankoto way. Sena, oh, Senisika Ghana, or the Tatap send Echo Essenska Ghana. No, Sasuna, far purchase your ticket within event. No, Yenka zone, so Yenka cash up the so. Then you should lolly cash. I don't know, Dr. Pope air catch up. No,
Is it live?
it is live.
Yeah, we are live. We are live. We are pretty new, but the consumption is amazing. Yeah, that will be our asset so for doing that. But yes, Lollycash, those are, I would say, the active 3 applications that is running under my umbrella side, my IT business. PK will be time a question, and that piece is one.
Okay.
I can share with you.
Producer, maybe we did comment because apparently, there's some great comments on Zoom. So producer, maybe we did comment to the loud into the media. Then so one time, maybe repeat it. Now, where the year time with startups and Q&A session,
No, keep going. Keep going. It's a good one. No, keep going.
Okay, cool.
It's a good
one. The director, Maya, go ahead. Yeah. Producer, Mr. Roberts, maybe read the first comment from Zoom session and now,
Francis say, so are you saying that AI doesn't reason or regenerate ideas?
Okay, so before an AI will regenerate ideas, someone has to feed it in. So AI is like an empty baby born right now. They have the capabilities. Someone has to sit back and then put those things in. And then from there, it start doing behavior stuff. Internet software chat GPT. You cannot just say chat GPT will hunt, Emma may result say. But then if you put in where is Ghana located, I will chat GPT. Or be research a bit baby, will feed that data in data, not the result number. Next subsequent question now be asking. AI and be realize you are still talking about Ghana. So it will give you a follow-up answer based on the ODM. So it reasons, but initially someone has to feed the input and then set it up in such a way say it can understand the human form and reason like a human. Until there has to be some initial preset before it starts giving you the results you want.
Okay.
It says you say, can you explain in simple terms what artificial intelligence is?
I think, he did explain that in the beginning. He gave a big breakdown of it. The Pacho, we still live on we're gonna be on Startups in Ghana Facebook platform and also HITV Facebook, HITV, YouTube. When you go back, the beginning of the interview, he gave a brief overview of your friends what AI is. So for time factor, we're gonna move to the next question, and I know Mrs. Betty is here. Am I here for that?
As Antoa said, can algorithms be biased?
Yes, you can infiltrate an algorithm because, for example, if I build an algorithm to open a database, close that database, right? And depending on that type of database, someone can sit back and there is something we call man in the middle attacks and stuff like that. So I can tell it, instead of going to this database, branch to this. So depending on how complicated and secure your algorithm is, someone can infiltrate it and it becomes biased and you get results via and Niema we escalate and move on to all this hacking related stuff and issues that in our systems. Yeah.
Okay,
so it's possible.
Yeah, the last question about now you're moving on with the program now. Into the producer.
Dean said, Doc, I understand IT is very broad. What's your advice to someone who is considering IT? Where should he start and build on it?
Well, quickly, and I'm running into the mechanism. The patients to assess the interest in the IT area. Obi wa who say obi at creative content, be animation, be an anijim. Adi come on, send ya adi dada no way and say you are into animation, you are into 3D stuff, you are into gaming, you are into all those things. Then you channel the passion. Obi software app. Me person me fiancé is to build it up, so you want to do actual programming, you dive into it. Into the mechanism, you want to know what at the end what IT more when it what at the end of is it just you using it or obiaye bibi more a generating interest and you want to dive into, and then from there, no, you can start which area to go into, as in form of career passion. So it starts from what you want to start off, because nobody can do everything in IT. You can do specific stuff and build on it based on passion.
All right, Doc. Yeah, that was it. Pass. Yeah, Jewomre. Me and Cassie are saying, but rather why invest in us, because you have no idea how much this can impact and the different length and breadth of I know so I told this is going to take us only 1 hour, 45 minutes to 1 hour tops, but I'm ready to we are pa me and maybe I want to I was so near me and I was so there Jimmy what that side on them now until then the friend said Robbie Peter to pay for be come join the father the first join the be come I don't know how from say Robbie Peter to pay for now Sabre no yeah be ba was sorry you be there say so final words by in 30 seconds na fidie yeah be jam kwamo akọ
the edi kan meda ye tap send for us and David any abusuafo ni nyina including UPK mama ya kwanya na ye nyina ya contribute ya ade America ne say emma IT niema nye okay oya hu ye there are some things you can't do anything about. Oya then ye mu bi ahmachen anajo awia yeti ho, we are just building things, innovating things. It will keep on going, but focus on the things that you can advantage of which me I pick it up. Please do your best to just do your own little research about it. We just jump on it and we are to be cyber security. Oh, almost is cyber security may not be for you. Maybe out the BA, Scrum Master, would the project management on all those things. See your own research background, then reach out to the right people that can advise you and give you the right way. In that, me encourage you to say, whilst you are in the US here, Lollycash is for you. Continue to use Lollycash for all your transactions. Yeah, that must be.
Doc, when the Mr. Obia tested me say they want to get hold of you in terms of your apps, different apps, Top Hub, Hukume. Actually, I was part of the board team for Hukume. We have to sit down and plan how this will be effective and more secured. And our Top Hub so kakra. Lollycash na one family anka we do sikana so da say. But the good thing is, Dr. Pop is also one of the judges for Africa Most Beautiful. He's doing well in the community and paying his quota to serve humanity as well. On one now, trust me, over as soon as Dr. Pop or then so I didn't know soon. I would ticket them. Doc, that was it. I think I said to get us so.
Hey, any problem.
Dog that was say we say what that that would be by idea be din kobo Yakopon show no no kese but for number no to on my nappy there I will produce at better Zoom Zoom for Suzonia, and also those that go back to watch it after their daily activities do also get access to contact you. So social media handles, any number, business number, will be in case they want to work with you or work for you or consult you for anything. Yeah, no, Mr. Alpha, information to one of my video.
Sure. To get me to Zoom chat no.
Oh, that but my yeah, the to Zoom chat on.
Oh, okay. So, my US number 478 442 3863. 478 442 3863. And
was it 3868?
63. So 3863. Okay. The last 4 digits.
All right. Yeah, that's it. Now, any social media handles, in case anybody wants to.
Facebook, It's just Eric Pope.
Okay.
Yeah, on all the social media.
Okay. Doc, yeah, that was it. I think Santo Man says, "Where the man Santo Casa Rico, why, or not, or we are not your mark with this row." Asanto,
no
mute yourself 30 seconds, me pacho.
Yeah, I'm very sorry, Sam, may joining late, but we were talking about AI and also how it's here to stay. I mean, that's what we have to, as I say, Yadi, I'm coming, Mamin Kachi. Yadi Adrian will say, this technology is here to stay. When we started the STEAM environment war, when it came, people thought, oh, it's coming to take away their lives. But everything has changed. I mean, the academia, one of the researchers, one professor said, oh, they need to stop students from using ChatGPT and all those things. But one faculty member came in and said, that's a good thing. Let the kids use it. When they present their paper, give them a quiz. To know that they've internalized what they've learned. And the tool is there. Use it, but use it in order to learn, to understand what you're learning. I think that would be the best way for Obia or school and NASA Wooden School. Use AI, use whatever tools that are out there to help you to learn and be above your peers. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
That was
Many bien film obesi ne piece esidita sabre edamase dog jamen enka wo ho ye kasa wo back door if you hold my baby din come na ho a ye kokko kasa wo dom ye da wase sa wo bae Dr. David Ebia no final words be about ye ntwe na te Dr. David Ebia
Thank you so much. I'm happy what you're doing in this space. Very often, now I don't want to say this blanketly, but culturally, we haven't made a lot of imprint in Silicon Valley outside of being pretty senior engineers. So I'm happy taking the torch and obviously, a founder in multiple avenues. So congratulations on your journey. And I think AI time with TapTapSend US. We also have one in the UK. So in the future, look, you're trying to scale your product, right? In some cases, we have about 200 plus people that come to speak. All Ghanaians across the diaspora. And sometime in the future, if you think it's a place you can come and connect, I know your users are not just Ghanaians, but ideally, if it's a place you want to come as an environment to push the solution, please. I mean, our door's always open. Again, thanks so much for making the time. Anytime. Bye.
All right. Ebu Shafa, officially, we are done with the topic for on TapTapSend, which is the power of IT and also artificial intelligence. Actually, I would say what we did today is more of an introductory level and I'd say a little bit intermediate, but you're quite in depth and as time permits. Now say in page 4, the Pomato Quam, now say your Maya Quaya, Queen and Bahwan, you be called Yako Domusuko, not feeding you will be an attribute bravo. Now, and I'm very excited that everybody enjoyed this topic today. But what we're transitioning to right now is the Q&A for TapTapSend. During the week, issues, no questions, no concerns, I don't know. This is the time where you use it and they answer all those questions and concerns. It's in Facebook, YouTube, officially, we're saying thank you, we say bye-bye, and also run and come and join us on the Zoom link now. Email now the same channel now will share program also. We posted the Zoom link and everything over there. So click on the Zoom link and come support us. Let's do the Q&A where we answer the questions and the concerns and the challenges that we had, and also the good stuff that we had with TapTapSend, sending our money back home to parents and families back home. Not for the dissect.